Hi, this is Wayne Mansfield. Welcome back to my 23 steps of how to dominate social media 2012. Twitter. Now, Twitter is the odd man out in social media. Originally, it was the only social media platform that was an opt-out rather than an opt-in. By that I mean that if you were using Facebook and you wanted to follow somebody, you had to ask them to be your friend, and if they didn't agree, you couldn't see what they were doing. So that's an opt-in process. LinkedIn is an opt-in process. But Twitter was essentially a broadcast system, and so you were allowed to follow whoever you wanted to follow, and it was a difficult process to block somebody from following you what you said. So conceptually, Twitter is the noise of social media. And with Twitter you can follow whoever you like, and the protocol is that when you follow somebody, the Twitter machine will say, Wayne's following you, do you want to follow him back? Now that allows you to build a rather large audience very quickly. So my target originally was to get 1,000 followers, which was considered a large number when leading people had 50,000. That number edged up to 10,000. Then the number became, if you had 50,000 followers, you're doing well. So currently my follower base is in excess of 110,000 people. And then there's a few little applications on the web that tell you if that message filters down by things like sharing and favoriting and those other processes, you have this huge audience. So at the last count, my audience could have been a possible 150 million people. So what we say to you is really get active in building a follower base within Twitter. So you need, in my opinion, at least 10,000 people following you. And you do this by using some of the applications that are available, and the terms of service of Twitter allow you to follow 1,000 people a day. Now assume that 20% of those people followed you back. In 100 days you could have as many as 20,000 followers. As your following base gets bigger, what happens is that take-up rate slows down a little bit. But a daily routine of following people so they could follow you back is essential to making Twitter work for you. Now, one of the tricks of the trade, if you like, is that you should follow the followers of your competition. So, for example, if you are in the car business and your local car dealers have an aggressive Twitter practice, they might have 10,000 followers. Now, we can assume that a follower of a car dealer would be interested in cars, and if you're in cars, your idea would be to follow the followers of that competing business. Very tricky and very, very effective. We use some software that makes this really, really easy, which we'll talk in detail in another one of the steps to total domination of social media. But let me just give you an insight into one of the programs, which is called Tweepy, Tweepi. And what Tweepy allows you to do, in various forms, it has a free form and it has a couple of professional formats. It allows you to follow up to 200 people in basically one click. And what we do with this is we can either follow by hashtag or follow by followers' accounts. And it is a very, very effective way to build up a following in a niche market. So I'm recommending that you get really active in Twitter. It is the noise of the social media. We talked earlier in one of the steps about TweetDeck, how you can monitor what's going on. And then the other bit of software, which we'll talk a lot more about, because it does more things than just do the thing for Twitter, is Tweepy. So Twitter is one of the most important steps to total domination of social media 2012. This is Wayne Mansfield saying, until next time, thanks a lot.